In a land far away, nestled between towering mountains and lush forests, there was a small village named Crestwood. The villagers were simple people, living off the land and believing in the power of hard work. However, their peace was often disrupted by the ominous presence of the Shadow Ridge, a dark and foreboding mountain that no one dared to climb. It was said to be guarded by fierce dragons and mysterious forces that would destroy anyone who attempted to conquer it. Among the villagers lived a young boy named Aiden. Aiden was an orphan, taken in by an elderly blacksmith who taught him the craft. Despite his humble beginnings, Aiden was filled with dreams of adventure. He would spend hours gazing at Shadow Ridge, imagining himself as a great warrior who would one day scale its heights and prove to the world that nothing was impossible. One day, a proclamation was made by the king. To anyone who conquers Shadow Ridge and returns with proof of reaching its peak, a great reward shall be given. The victor will be granted land, wealth, and a place among the kingdom's knights. The news spread like wildfire, and warriors from across the land gathered to take on the challenge. Aiden, now a young man, knew this was his chance. But when he shared his dreams with the villagers, they laughed at him. "You're just a blacksmith's apprentice," they said. "Leave the impossible tasks to real warriors." But Aiden's spirit was unbreakable. He believed that no matter his background, he could achieve anything if he set his mind to it. With his few belongings, Aiden set out on his journey. The first twist in his tale came almost immediately. As he reached the edge of the village, he encountered a group of seasoned warriors, all equipped with shining armor and deadly weapons. They mocked Aiden for his simple attire and lack of experience. "You'll never make it past the foothills," one of them sneered, but Aiden smiled and replied, "We'll see about that." The climb was treacherous from the start. The path was steep and covered in loose rocks that threatened to send Aiden tumbling to his doom. As he climbed, he encountered the remains of previous adventurers, broken weapons, torn clothing, and abandoned campsites. It was a grim reminder of the challenge ahead. But Aiden pressed on, his determination unshaken. Days turned into weeks as he made his way up the mountain. He faced many obstacles, fierce storms that lashed at him with icy rain, landslides that blocked his path, and the constant threat of wild beasts lurking in the shadows. But Aiden's resolve only grew stronger with each challenge. He used his blacksmithing skills to forge tools from the metal scraps he found along the way, crafting makeshift weapons and gear to aid his journey. Then came the second twist. As Aiden reached a plateau high up on the mountain, he encountered an old hermit. The hermit warned him of a powerful dragon that guarded the peak of Shadow Ridge. "Many have tried, and all have failed," the hermit said. "The dragon is too strong, too cunning. You cannot defeat it." Aiden, however, refused to turn back. He asked the hermit if there was any way to outsmart the dragon. The hermit, seeing Aiden's determination, decided to help. "There is a way," he said, "but it will require great courage and sacrifice." The hermit told Aiden of a magical herb that grew only in the deepest part of the mountain. The herb had the power to weaken the dragon, but to reach it, Aiden would have to face the mountain's most dangerous creatures. With no other option, Aiden ventured into the dark caverns of the mountain. There, he faced the third twist, a series of trials that tested his strength, wits, and heart. He fought off giant spiders with webs strong enough to trap a bear, navigated through pitch-black tunnels where the air was so thin it was hard to breathe, and even confronted his deepest fears in a hall of mirrors that showed him visions of failure. But Aiden never gave up. He found the magical herb, barely escaping with his life, and returned to the hermit. The hermit prepared a potion from the herb and handed it to Aiden. "This will weaken the dragon, but remember, it is your courage and skill that will ultimately determine your success," the hermit said. Armed with the potion and a heart full of determination, Aiden continued his ascent. Finally, he reached the dragon's lair. The creature was as terrifying as the legends described, with scales as tough as steel and eyes that glowed with an unearthly fire. Aiden's hands trembled as he uncorked the potion and threw it at the dragon. The potion exploded in a cloud of smoke, and for a moment, Aiden thought he had won. But here came the fourth and most unexpected twist. The potion only angered the dragon. It roared in fury, its fire-breathing growing even more intense. Aiden realized he had been deceived. The hermit had tested him, and the real challenge was not the dragon's strength, but his own inner strength. In that moment, Aiden understood that achieving his goal wasn't about defeating the dragon. It was about believing in himself. He had come this far not because of a magical potion, but because of his unwavering determination, resourcefulness, and courage. With renewed resolve, Aiden faced the dragon, using his crafted tools and quick thinking to dodge its attacks. He found its weak spot, a tiny scar hidden beneath its massive wing, and with one swift strike had earned the greatest reward of all, self-belief. He had proven to himself and to the world that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. Moral of the story: the journey to achieving anything is filled with challenges and unexpected twists, but it's not external tools, magic, or strength that brings success. It's the unwavering belief in oneself, the ability to adapt, and the determination to keep going, no matter the odds. True achievement comes from within, and those who dare to believe in themselves can conquer even the most impossible of tasks.